So you take your two sections and make sure you comb them out nice and smooth and make sure there's no lumps or bumps, and then you find the middle of that section and cross your left over your right and get any other hair out of your way because you don't want to take it and get knotty. Cross left over right. I know it looks a little weird, but then you go left over right and then you go under just to create a knot, and essentially it's just like a French braid. So then you add pieces to that and then you just repeat the whole thing. Smooth your pieces out, cross left over right, go under, and then pull through, and you make a knot. And it's easy if you let go of one hand and pinch with the other. That way you have a free hand always to grab your pieces and to smooth them out. That way you always have one hand free. So if you don't know how to do that, just try and practice the best that you can, but try and pinch and let go of the other hand. Once again, you create your knot by crossing left over right, coming underneath the right and pulling through to create your knot. And then pinch with your thumb to hold and recreate and add pieces. Great tips would be if the hair is slightly damp. If you don't want to deal with damp hair, then just make sure that your hair is thoroughly combed out because you don't want to get into any tangles or knots in anywhere of the braiding knot, if you will. So here we are, we're getting to the end of our knot / braid. Same thing, just create a few more knots, crossing the left over the right, going through the center and pulling through. You do that a few times until you get almost a tail essentially. So you just keep creating your knots, and then you can finish it off into a braid. If you can, just split the two pieces into 3 and then finish it as a braid. It's just easier to manage and to manipulate after that. So the cool thing about this is if you don't have a rubber band, you can always tease the end of your hair. I know it seems really unappealing, but if you don't have a rubber band, you can always tease the end of your hair and it'll hold any braid, any knot work that you may have. So just tease it really well and it'll actually hold it in place. So then after that, you can just essentially tuck it up into a circle and tuck it underneath all of your new knot work. Pin that, and then you're good to go. And then after you pin, make sure that the bumpy side of the bobby pin is facing your scalp because you don't want it to be on the top because the knots of the bobby pins won't lock and grab more hair. So if you put the bobby pins bumpy side down, it locks more hair in place. So just make sure that you use the bobby pins in the correct way. Loosen up your knot work, and then you have a simple, quick and easy updo that takes literally minutes.